Y'all, how you doing? It's that time again, progress report time, where I tell you all the stuff I learned this week, and then you could tell me if it's helpful or not, and you could also tell me what you learned this week, and then we'll just share our experiences together. Just a small thing I learned today. Did you know that this is actually a selection of whether or not you want the rate up for mercenaries or you want the rate up for rage cards? The way I thought it was is it's like a rate up for both. Like you get a rate up for the mercenaries and the rage cards. But no, based on which one is highlighted, that's more or less what you're going to get. I did a times 10 today with this. I got all rage cards. Did a times 10 today with this. I got all mercenaries. That's probably common knowledge, but I didn't know, so I'm putting it in there. So if you need a specific rage card, if you save your premium tickets and wait until a week that it comes out, like if you want this one, then you just wait until that's in the rotation and then save all your premiums and do a times 10 when that's out. You'll probably get it. You'll get like a SR at least, you know. Something else I didn't realize is super freaking hard to get is this steel. Like, I'm out of steel. You think, oh, in-game, you know, materials, adamantite is going to be the hardest to get. And it's hard to get in the beginning, but once you get to the later game where you start getting legendaries and 5 stars all the time and disassembling stuff, you get adamantite out the wazoo, like, all the time. And I cannot, for the life of me, get my hands on steel. And, like, I'm running out of modules, too. So, if you see these in the shop, go ahead and buy them, because you will end up running out of them eventually, and that's how you get your exclusive equipments. So yeah, in the shop, buy the adamant, buy the steel, buy the modules. No matter, just do it. Trust me, don't run out. A question I get pretty often relates to like, hey, the stats of my guys. Like, how are your guys so fast? Like, y'all got to get the collection effects. Like, this is pretty big. So I purposely got all of the people for speed collection. I've been getting all the people, as many people as I can, pretty much. I've been slacking on it a little bit, to be honest. I've gotten mostly energy in the game, but getting the mercenaries, even if you're not going to use them, check the collection effect of a mercenary, and if you like the collection effect, get it. Like, speed in arena, that's huge. Attack speed is huge. Like, I'm probably not going to use Craig ever unless he gets a big buff, but I definitely got him and maxed him to level 40 so that I could get bonus attack speed. So if you're losing out on matches and losing out on trivia and stuff because of your speed or your stats, this is a good way to, you know, up that a little bit. Speaking of upgrades, this is something that I thought everyone knew, but I guess not. So after you upgrade something to 50, like I have Ranger at plus 50, you unlock the advanced research. There's a tab up here, if you can see it on the right there, where you can increase their stats even more. So you can get even more crit rate for your Rangers, so they need less crit rate to be at 100%. And for the tanker and the what dealers, you get movement range. So being able to move farther is huge, especially if you have someone like Econ that is really, really strong but has absolutely no movement range. It might be worth it to invest in some dealer points. You know, you can reset it just for, how much is it? 50k. 50k is nothing. Just pump it into the dealer, and I think it's like 250 points to completely max it all the way, but worth it, trust me. I have also been asked about my unit stats, so I'll just go ahead and cycle through these. You can pause on any piece of equipment if you want. Mostly, I just focus on speed on every single unit, just speed, unless, like, you know, like Josephine right now, I'm not really using her, so she's just on some nonsense. But yes, okay, so the other thing about my Rangers is for my ring slot, I'm not doing crit damage. I'm either doing crit rate or pen rate, because there's no point in having a lot of crit damage if you're not critting. And also penetrating and critting at the same time pretty much does what a crit damage ring would do initially anyways. So if you want to see the stats, you can just go ahead and pause on anyone. I'll just go up to Ziv because this is really all I use. I could technically show you Kairos because I use him sometimes for bosses. Again, just speed. That's all. That's all anything is. And accuracy. If someone needs accuracy, put some accuracy on them too. By the way, I was able to maintain Platinum 2 from last video, so that wasn't a fluke. Very lucky for me. I also get asked about Arena, like how people are having trouble in Arena. This is a terrible example because there's only 2 Lakshmis on this list, but more often than not, you'll see Lakshmi. And if your team is like Examina and a bunch of single target units, you're not going to be able to climb an Arena. You have to build area of effect guys to counter Lakshmi, or you have to have already been, you know, at least dolphining or whaling in the beginning and have a good Lakshmi yourself. But it's definitely going to be worth it to buy. If you find teams you can beat, like maybe you can beat teams that don't have Lakshmi, you can buy arena tickets with gems. It's only 30 gems for 5 of them. Get to 3,000 at least. You definitely want Ziv. If you can't get to 3,000, then it could be nothing more than just you need to level up your guys. I only have 2 guys at level 50, and I'm only really using 1 of them right now. So yeah, if I was having trouble climbing, one of my problems would probably be the lower levels of my team. Sometimes I get asked how fast my Ziv was. In the videos where I'm like doing Ziv stuff, this is the equipment that I'm using on him in those videos. So yeah, roughly about 1600 speed is where he's at in those videos where he's always getting first turn. I also noticed one of the most important thing to get is these badges. So if you're like farming and you don't know where to farm and you have pretty much all the equipment you need, you can never have all the equipment you need, but if you're bored of farming equipment and you want to farm something else like cores, go ahead and farm the badges instead, because it takes a ridiculous amount of badges. I'm trying to get everybody to triple S and it's just a nightmare. It takes so many badges. The thing about cores too, if you're hurting for cores, if you upgrade your conversion station to level 8, you can get, let's see here, we have 12 right here. If we use these badges, you can get the badges from your Battle Center daily tickets. You can get 12, 24, you can get 48 of them in 12 hours. So you could get 96 of them a day. Getting 96 cores a day isn't that unfeasible to do. And if you've purchased this slot, or if you have the subscription, you can get even more than that. So while cores do seem like a pain in the butt to get at first, it's definitely not the highest priority material that you need to farm. It's probably going to be the badges. Another thing that I don't think people really understand, because I'm often like told, oh yeah, man, I wish I had that card, but I only have it in gray or in rare. You know, you can promote the rare to a SR, and as you promote this, look, if you promote it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just go ahead and do this. If you have a bunch of extra Amy cards and you're like, oh man, I don't really need them, and you don't want to level them all up, if you promote it, it takes even less tokens to promote it all the way. So you can get it to an SR. And the same thing with SR, that arena promotion card you get every day, where you get the blue promotion card, you can pump those and your other SRs. I wouldn't recommend pumping SR cards into SR cards of the same name. I would only use the promotion ones because the tokens are very valuable. But you can definitely make it to where it takes 0 SR cards and only 2 SSR cards to promote it to an SSR. And once you promote it to an SSR, it takes 2 SSR tokens. Getting that card to level 20 gets you another SSR token. So it really only costs 1 SSR token to do that. It's only going to cost you 1 SR token from getting it from S to SR level 20, you get a token back, and then 1 SSR token from getting it to SSR level 20 and getting a token back. So again, these reviews have not gotten any better. Sometimes they can be a little bit, some reviews can be a little bit helpful, but for the most part, they're garbage. We'll look at the Ziv review. I know I say this every time, but yeah, just I'll go ahead and I'm not going to debunk them, but don't trust the reviews. Trust me, don't trust them. Don't get trapped in the refreshes like, the steel. That's what we need. We need to buy the steel. Often I get trapped in the refreshes where I'm like, oh, it's only 5 gems. I'll go ahead and do it a few times. Oh, I'll refresh it. Oh man, more steel. Yay, now I can buy this. Oh, more modules. Now I can buy this. Oh, that was so easy. It only cost me 5 gems. Let's refresh again. This is a bad thing to do because 1, I've only gotten enough steel for a third of an equipment craft, and I haven't gotten enough modules for it either. I've already wasted 15 gems. 30 gems is going to get us 5 arena tokens. 40 gems is going to get us 80 energy, which is enough to get even more equipment and get more materials than we're doing for that. And if you see, we haven't gotten a single legendary 5-star out of it. So definitely do not get caught in that gambling garbage. It's another one of those gambling aspects of the game. That's not a good one. You can get very lucky, as in all gambling things, but it's not a good investment of your gems. For the token shop, we're still getting the premium draw ticket times 10 because most of the time I've been getting at least 2, if not 3 SR cards, and whenever you max them and then disassemble them, you'll net 4 back, or you'll get 6 for a profit of 2 of them, or you get useful tokens, so yeah, that's good too. I also don't think I've ever pointed this out. If you have a heavy HARS team or like a heavy of what's the other one called? Union team, then whenever you start doing the elite matches, I never noticed that like 6 here. Let me go to one where it actually shows them. Come on, man. If you go to like stage 6, you get 16 exclusive equipment pieces. You get 16 on stage 5. That's already half of a legendary exclusive craft. So you don't always get the legendary, but you have a chance to do it. So if you could do these, that's worth it. And the power-up stones. So for the exclusive equipment, you get big brain move. Plus, if you want to go for the XP cards, you can also get those. But that's pretty big. So if you're struggling with exclusive equipments, that's a way to farm them that I never knew about until recently. The last thing I want to point out is this change support button. All right, so you see it's highlighted right here where it says support mercenary. I have a lot of level 60 friends that are like in the top arena and in the top stuff, and you still have like your level 42 iron with no equipment as your support. Change your support, please. So usually you want your strongest mercenary to be your support, because the people that really use your supports are the ones that are struggling to beat a stage, so they'll want a Nuki support to probably deal a lot of the damage that they're lacking in their stage. So click your strongest dude, click the support mercenary, and it says you've successfully set up a support mercenary. So yeah, if you haven't done that, that's a good move to do too. Other than that, y'all, I think that's pretty much it for me today. I mean, keep tuning in. What is today? The 23rd. So tomorrow is the 24th, and the 25th is my Christmas thingy, my Christmas surprise. I've been dropping some hints. I don't know if like anyone's figured out what it is or if anyone cares. But anyways, that's coming up Christmas Day. So stay tuned for that one, because that's going to be fun for me. Hopefully fun for y'all too. But that's going to do it for me today, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.